The U.S. Marshal Service protects federal judges, transports prisoners, and tracks down more fugitives than any other agency.
And the Houston area Marshal's office is led by the Honorable T. Michael O'Connor. He recently joined KHOU 11 anchor Jacob Rascon for an exclusive interview.
We go from a large area into what we call a chute.
T. Michael O'Connor is as Texan as they come.
When was the first time that you got on a horse on the O'Connor Ranch?
Oh, probably before I could walk.
Before you could walk?
Yeah.
Right, because mom and dad picked you up on it.
Set me on the saddle.
And alone? How old were you?
Oh gosh, probably 6 years old.
Here's young T. Michael on a pony, a fifth-generation cowboy.
I graduated from college on a Saturday, and I was horseback on a Monday.
At one of the oldest, largest ranches in Texas.
Here, you are a survivalist. You're on your own most of the time, so you have to improvise discipline. You know, don't quit, don't quit, don't quit. Stay at it and love it. I mean, this is a passion.
And this, T. Michael says, is his duty.
Have you ever had to fire your service weapon?
Oh, yeah.
You ever been shot at?
I have.
Ever been hit?
No.
T. Michael's 40-plus years in law enforcement include service as Refugio County Deputy, SWAT officer, and 4 terms as Victoria County Sheriff.
The family had always said, look, if you have something to offer to the people, then step up. No intentions whatsoever to be taken alive.
Today, as U.S. Marshal covering 45 Texas counties, leading hundreds of deputy marshals and staff, T. Michael likes to say he's a sheriff on steroids.
I said, give us a list of violent outstanding warrants. And I remember him saying, well, there's thousands of them.
Wow.
And I said, Chief, hone it down.
The U.S. Marshal Service is the enforcement arm of the federal courts with the broadest arrest authority. No one hunts down more fugitives.
You've heard that saying you can run but you can't hide. That specifically refers to the U.S. Marshals. There is evil in this world and there are predators.
The grueling work of the Marshal Service is God's work, he says, fighting evil to protect the vulnerable.
You have to believe what you do. If you're not passionate, now here's supposedly a cowboy supposed to be a badass. And here I am, contemplating.
Cowboys have heart, too. So much heart, in fact, T. Michael's father thought his son ought to be ordained a priest.
I told him one day, he kept saying that, and I said, look, Dad, I don't believe the priests get to pack a 45, and I'm interested in packing a 45 for law and order.
Rounding up fugitives and cattle with a mustache second to none.
I tried to wax it, I tried to, evenly cut it. One side would be shorter than another, and finally I just said to hell with it.
Does it get any more Texan?
And it's V-shaped so that they don't get all caught up in a corner.
It does, actually. The Marshal's great-great-grandfather, who established the O'Connor Ranch, fought for Texas independence in the Battle of San Jacinto. As Texan as they come.
The best advice I received was from one of the old cowboys, and I mean, this was an old, rough, tough cowboy in South Texas. And he said, whatever you do, wherever you go, don't forget to ride with your cowboys. And that's my practice.
At the O'Connor Ranch, Jacob Rascon, KHOU 11 News.
The O'Connor Ranch is nearly 200 years old, established in 1834. The Marshal Service, if you didn't know, is older, established by George Washington.
Wow.
In 1789, with 13 marshals, one for each state. Today there are 94, including him, of course, and they're all Appointed by the president, confirmed by the Senate.
I love
goodness.
that. He thought about being a priest, but they don't pack.
They don't.
He needs to pack.
Well, they pack a Bible, but not a 45.
They do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Very good.
The heart of Texas and the heart of a Texan. Jacob
It was a
Rascon.
privilege. Thank you to the Marshal for giving us the tour and allowing us to be with him.
Very fun. Very fun. And we got more, right?
That's right, we do, because in fact, you can watch the entire 30-minute interview with T. Michael O'Connor, the first of many Houston newsmakers, on our streaming app, KHOU 11+. Learn more about the O'Connor Ranch and the U.S. Marshals in our streaming special, As Texan as They Come, tonight at 7 o'clock in about 40 minutes on KHOU 11+.
A lot to look forward to. Thank you, Jacob.